AC noise.
And we're live. Hello, United States Drone Society.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Chris. How you doing tonight?
Doing very well.
All
How
right.
about you?
Well, there seems to be a lot of people in the chat, so let's start saying hello.
Sure.
We have, I believe the first person was Susan Lee. Going to do a little speaking about Susan Lee tonight. Let me see. We have Northside Hawk, Ray Kelly.
Hi, Dominic.
TJ Giggles and Drones. What's going on, TJ? One Vision Aerial. We have Coast to Coast Drones. My son Benjamin. Hi Ray, how you doing tonight? We have my other son, Wedge and Big Fan. Chuck's here, Covaction. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Chuck.
Oh, we got a lot of people in here. It's hard to.
We also have Adrian.
Johnny Flyers in here.
Adrian's in.
Yep, my wife Ashley. Hi, Adrian. Mike Krenak. I hope I said that correctly and didn't slaughter it. And Beans. Beans is in here also. And there's Susan. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone's doing well. So yeah, we are going to get right into it today. I want to start with the Sunday Spectacular. Hopefully he's watching because his picture was phenomenal. How often you check out the pictures in the group, Chris?
Every day.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of great pics.
Yeah. And once a week I'll get on there and I pick, a whole bunch of photos that I think are the best, and I save them to a folder and I make a little video for them. And I always pick one. One's my favorite. And let's play the Sunday Spectacular. Now, Nick Smith, I'm pretty sure that you shot that picture with the Mavic 3, and it is phenomenal. So let's give Nick a hand.
That was great.
Nick, great photo, man. I really, really like it. So there we go. Oh, and last week's giveaway winner was Tammy Jean, and she received it the other day. So I wanted to share a little photo. Here's Tammy Jean with her United States Drone Society coffee mug. We're going to be giving. Yep.
That thing is big.
Oh, yeah. Nice giant mug. We're going to be giving away another one of those tonight, so stay tuned further in the stream for that. And I figured maybe we give an update on the state of the group. The United States Drone Society group. Let's go there and let's see. I want to share my screen here.
We're actually growing pretty quickly too. We've got like 1.5K members now.
Yeah, that's what I want to share this. Let me pull this up. Just give me a moment here. This is still new to me, so I'm trying to get it here. Let's go. So here we go. Here's the United States Drone Society. And we have 1,450 members. That's pretty good. There's been 41 posts today, so it looks like
Oh my gosh,
still active.
41 new posts. That's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of posts. But it's Sunday too. People are out. You know, some people, they come home, they just want to go on the group and check out what's going on.
Absolutely.
And yeah, very active. We've been going on for what, about 2.5 months now, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yep, that
and
sounds
it's
about
growing
right.
very quickly.
Yeah. Let me see.
Looks like we got to give a few people a wrench here.
Oh yeah.
We got
you know, for anybody that hasn't done this before, it's very complicated at first, trying to learn everything and get everything down to, you know, get a rhythm basically. We have more people in the chat too. We have Rhea Sunshine, Jackson RC Aviation. We have Flying Flame Media.
And Jeff from Carolina Air Shots. He's in.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, why don't you tell them about where we went flying the other day?
Oh, yeah. So
Eric's here also, eDrone. Hi, Eric. How you doing? Welcome to the chat.
Eric. So, yeah, I was looking at the weather, and it said that Saturday was supposed to be really nice, really low winds. So we were talking about going flying, and Paul was saying he wanted to go to this place that I had gone to, which was actually my last week's video, which is Sipacan Harbor. There's a nice beach there. There's a lot of nice stuff. And I said, well, why don't we go to Onset Beach, which is located in, what is it? I guess it's Wareham, right?
Yeah, yep.
And so we went to this parking lot where I've been 3 times already. And, I mean, there's a couple of islands out there. There's a lot of areas with it leads to Buzzards Bay, and there's the beach and just some great scenery. It's a little village, and we had a blast flying there, you know, and I was able to get very far, and Paul was whipping that drone around, and people come over and were talking to us about them. And as always, you know, we told them about what was going on and what we like, and hopefully,
yeah, I think it's important too to mention that before we got there, we told the harbor master. Chris went to the harbor master and let them know that we were there and we wanted to take some aerial photography if they had any issues with it, and they were fine with it.
They were very, very cool with us. They were like all for it, you know.
Yeah. So even though we didn't have to do that, we just didn't want to cause any problems. So we stopped and we asked them if we could, you know, fly there, and you know, we got the okay. Oh, Tammy Jean's in the chat too. Let's make sure she's got a wrench.
Hi, Tammy.
No, Tammy Jean needs a wrench.
You know, the reason I went there too is like, Paul, you had an issue about a month ago with the harbor master out in Lake George.
Yeah.
And I guess you went to court this week, right?
Well, it was last week, but for those of you who aren't aware of what happened, I took a vacation to Lake George with the family. And while I was flying over by one of the resorts, my flight was completely legal, but I had a harbor patrol officer come up and tell me that I was flying too close to the water and I had to fly higher. And I challenged his authority, and I ended up getting a ticket, and I ended up having to appear in front of a judge back up in New York. And I filed a motion to dismiss, and the district attorney has to, you know, review the motion to dismiss and respond to it within 14 days. So I don't think I'm going to have an issue getting it dismissed, but it's nice to know that, you know, some law enforcement people will get an education on drone policies and laws, you know, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, as drones get more and more popular, and they always are, you know, they need to know the laws because we do have rights as well.
Yes.
You know, but, you know, if somebody tells us to leave, more than likely, it depends on if it's law enforcement or not, or if it's like a park ranger or something. If it's within reason, you know, we'll leave. You know, we don't want to get anybody on anybody's nerves or piss anybody off, you know, or get in trouble. So, we follow the laws, and more, 9 out of 10 times we don't have an issue.
Yeah. So we'll go from there, and I'll keep everybody updated with what happens, and that'll in due time.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's going to work out. You've got
Yeah.
your case set up and from some really good people.
So today we have a special topic we want to discuss. We wanted to talk about our good friend Susan Lee.
Yes, Susan.
I'm sure about 99.9% of the chat right now knows who Susan Lee is. And Susan Lee was one of the first people that I met in the drone community. And was supportive. And not just with people in the drone community, but she's supportive of people outside of the drone community and other communities also. But Susan Lee has some health issues, and she's trying to save up some money for some transportation so she can, travel around, make it to her doctor's appointments, and also, to do things with her family. So Susan Lee has a GoFundMe. And I probably should have had the link ready, but I don't. I'm going to add a link to the chat in a minute. But yeah, you want to say something about Susan Lee, Chris?
Well, ever since I became friends with her, she has been a big support. I've noticed she was a big supporter of everybody in the drone community. And we got to help this woman out. Even if you can't,
just a share will do.
Try. Yeah,
even
just
if you can't
just
share,
because right there on the page it shows that you can share this. I mean, she's a great woman. And go check out her page, her Facebook page. I mean, her Facebook page, and check out her YouTube page as well.
Yeah, she has a YouTube channel also.
Mm-hmm. And she posts dozens of shares from all of us.
Yeah, if you go look at her community wall, she's constantly sharing content from other creators trying to help their channels grow. She's a very deserving person. So even if you can't help her with anything financially, that's fine. A share would help. A share to your social media. The more people that can help her, the better. She needs the help.
Yep.
And I believe Susan Lee is in the chat, or she was.
Oh, she's there still. She's still there. Hi, Susan.
Thanks, Eric. All right. I would like to offer people the opportunity to come in on the panel if they would like, and we can have some open discussion.
Sure.
I will post and pin the link. This is my first time doing this also. All right. Let me know if that worked. It looks like it did. I see pinned.
I see it there.
There you go. So if you want to get in on the panel and have some chat with us, join up. I'd be happy to have you.
Also, we got the Nightbot this week.
Oh, yeah. So I came across a video on YouTube. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but I got Nightbot set up now. I disabled some of his functions so he isn't unnecessarily removing people's chat, because I've seen that happen in some other streams where people end up, just putting in a couple of emojis and then all of a sudden their comments gone,
Yeah, I just noticed the Nightbot about a month or two ago. I think it was on Maddie's stream. And I was like, what the heck is a Nightbot? And they were mentioning the Nightbot all the time. And I didn't even know what it was. And really, until today when Paul told me about it.
Yeah.
He said I should probably do it for my stream, which happens every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, at the United States Drone Society, we have 2 streams. We have this stream every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, and then Chris will be hosting a stream every Wednesday at, 6 to 7, right?
Yeah, 6 to 7.
From 6 to 7. You want to tell the people a little bit about what you're doing during your show?
Well, we have a little special that actually I got a little help from Paul on thinking this one up. And, we're going to do the regular format and everything. I'm going to show videos and I'm going to pictures, and we're going to welcome people in. Now, every week I want to have a guest. Actually, I want to have 2 guests. I want to have somebody that's well known in the drone community. And I also want to have somebody, a lesser known pilot, that doesn't have very many views, or is just starting out, just so we can get a little bit, he or she actually could get a little bit more, support and meet all the people that we regularly converse with on social media. And we have this this little special I said that Paul and me thought up about, called it Wreck It Wednesday, where we show drone fails basically, and that's something that you really don't see very much. I mean, Ken Herron used to do it like on videos he posted, but I figured, why don't we just do it on a live stream? And so I asked people to send in their videos to the U.S. Drone Society page where I have the post. I'll probably put the post up every week. That way people will see it. It'll be fresh. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time too. I'm going to open up the panel and let people come in as well.
I think that your time is done, and I think that the spotlight should go on top of me. Yeah.
I was dying to use that. You have no idea how badly I wanted to play that on somebody. You got it first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So everybody make sure if you have any crash clips, send them to Chris, and he will compile them, and he'll be doing a feature every Wednesday on it. It's fantastic. Like me, I'm doing the pictures, the photos. And if you got crashes, send them his way.
We have Best of the Rest coming up, don't we?
Yeah, we have the Best of the Rest coming up soon, but it'd be nice if we could get a couple people here in the panel chat.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting on Dominic. It's tough trying to talk and get caught up on this chat, so I'll leave that right now. Mm-hmm. But let's play the Best of the Rest. How about that?
Those are some great shots, man.
I'm telling you, the people that are posting these pictures, they just take some incredible shots, and I would love to fly in some of the places where they're flying.
Yeah, it's around the world, man.
Yeah, Nick Smith, his photos, he takes some really incredible photos. Randy Stannard, I believe that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
He takes some really fantastic photos.
Jake, too.
Yeah, Jake takes incredible photos. I mean, you have a lot of superstars in that group. So, when people are posting their pictures, you really want to try to take a better picture so you can, try to one up and just as it's improving, as a group, we see everybody posting their content and we want to improve to follow them. So, if you want to get your photos featured on this show, make sure you join the group. You can find us on Facebook. I'm going to put that up again here.
And the more you post in U.S. Drone Society, we have a little list every week that shows the top 10 members, who actually have posted a lot, and keep that updated every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's the top one this week?
It was Nick Smith.
It was Nick Smith.
Yeah, his shot over the baseball fields. It was incredible. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I believe that was done with the Mavic 3. Hey, Ray's chatting. He was here. Oh, and Jake is here.
Hi, Jake.
So I'm just gonna say I'm still nervous as hell. I get on the stream and I have everything inside of me feels like it's shaking. I don't know if other people have been doing streams for a while still get it. I want that feeling to go away because it's nerve wracking. You want to make sure that you're not making any mistakes, and make sure everyone gets recognized. And
it'll get better as time goes on. I mean, last Wednesday I was excited, and then the spotlight went on me, and I just was like, oh boy. Well, I just wrote it out. So
Just ride it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we need to get you guys in here. We want to.
Yeah, we want
have
to get some people on the
discussion.
panel. So where are you, Dominic? Waiting on Dominic. Ray, it'd be great if you could stop on too. Would love to have you. There's the link. Let's get some people in here for some chat. Come on. You don't want to listen to just me and Chris for the whole hour.
Yeah. We're boring as hell.
We try.
But
oh, Susan Lee's talking about first night in Boston for New Year's.
Yeah, she lives up in Maine.
Oh, and she's talking to Liz Mills. I believe Liz is one of the people responsible for that's Gina and Liz from Gina's Impressions. And if you're interested in one of the coffee mugs, if you want to see the place where I get them from, it's in the description. I have a link to her shop.
I'm definitely getting one of those.
And we got Dominic. How's
Dominic.
it going, Dominic?
How you doing?
Good day. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
I'm having technical issues.
Yeah, it's a little stuttery. What do you on your cell phone?
Yeah, caught out on my phone again. So
there he is.
Hopefully this.
Dominic.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, what's up, Paul?
If it's a bit stuttery, I'll get off and come back on.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear your voice, and then we don't see your mouth moving until about 6 months later.
Uh-oh.
How you doing, Chuck?
Tired, but I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. It's all them hikes that you're taking.
It's... oh, those were the easy ones. You haven't seen the video from the all-day out 4.5+ miles in the Alaskan bush stuff yet.
Oh, I can imagine. For those people in the chat who don't know Chuck has a YouTube channel, and he does vlogging, and he doesn't just fly drone. He uses camera footage, and he does some really good vlogs. He's got this series coming out that I've been waiting for, and I feel like I got teased tonight watching that. So if you want to, you can share the link to your channel or the video in the chat. I'll pin it in the comments too.
Yeah, I'll throw it up.
It was in Alaska, and he was with his wife, and the views, that view that you had, your wife said it was a backyard, correct?
That's the backyard view. I cheated, though. That's Mavic 3's 7x native optical zoom. So the mountains are there. You can see them when I do the pullback on the house, you can see them. But that was earlier in the day. But at golden hour, when I popped the Mavic 3 up one night, and the sun was perfect, the 7x zoom was perfect on the Mavic 3, and then I did like a sweep in a pan and just really slow, and that was that shot. And then just a little bit of color grading and color correction, and mwah.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot, and the way the mountains really stuck out in the background. And the one thing that I was so amazed with about that shot was you could really feel the depth in the picture.
Yeah, the zoom lens, I had no use for that Mavic 3 zoom lens for the longest time. And then there's a guy named Angel who shows up on Coast to Coast Drones Drone Therapy, and he's been using it in Seattle. And I was like, maybe I should try to use this thing. And then when we got to Alaska, sure enough, I was like, yeah, I need it there. But the only thing that's kind of a pain to use, I don't know if you guys have Mavic 3s or not, but
not yet.
When you put an ND filter on it and you're using the big 4/3 sensor, the ND filter you choose for that is overkill for the smaller sensor on the zoom, because your f-stop is so much different between the two lenses. So you have to back off. So actually, I went up and I went to shoot the shot, and I'm like, crap, this ND is way too much. And I brought it down. I had to pop the ND off and futz around. I'm like, come on, go lose my light, and pop the drone back up to get that. But
Hi, Adrian. Thanks for making it to the show. I appreciate it.
That's the Mavic 3 is it sucked when I got it, and everybody knows I bitched about the thing.
GPS.
Oh, it's terrible. And it wasn't just the GPS. It was the crooked horizon. It was half the features didn't work right.
Let's try that again.
Hey, you're back.
Dominic, welcome back.
All right. Continue, Chuck.
I wanted to take a
good.
minute because this show is about showcasing members of the United States Drone Society, and Chuck is one of them. So I'm going to give Chuck the floor. I'm going to give you a minute to talk about what your channel is about and promote your new series that you got coming up, Chuck.
Wow, I'm big screen too.
Put you right on the spot.
So I'm Chuck.
Go
My wife
for it.
Lori and I are Covaction. It started off as a drone channel, but we've evolved into a travel vlogging channel because really I bought a drone initially when the Mavic Pro came out because it unfolded and I could fold it up and take it in my suitcase and travel and fly and get shots from the air that I'd never been able to get before. So the channel turned into a vlogging channel with now that my wife is so into this with me. And our latest adventure was Alaska. And so we've been rolling out videos and they take forever and a day to produce because well, we're pretty fussy, so it takes a long time to edit the stuff, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And that's really what makes us feel good is we're creating content. People get to see stuff that it maybe encourages them to want to travel too and see things that we've seen. And it's kind of why we do it. You know, it's like pack your bag and join us is the whole thing.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
So
I happen to have a special guest here in the panel. It's DJI is here. You want to say hello, DJI?
Hello, I like money.
Oh, get out of here. All right, they're gone. They're never coming back in this chat. What's going on, Matt? How you doing?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how you going, fellas? How you going? Hey, everyone in the chat, Susan and Adrian and Mike B, D-Wee. How's everyone today?
I got to add some more moderators here.
Matt, haven't been on with you in a long time, brother.
I know.
You never
Hey,
had
Matt,
me
drop a
on,
line in
man.
the chat so I can give you a moderator. Give you a wrench.
Yeah.
Wrench.
What's up?
When? Oh, I were you in my chat? I haven't seen you in the chat, mate. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. A lot of shit happens.
There's a
when I'm
lot of
doing
shit
this.
happening for sure.
Yeah.
Paul, I threw that linky in the chat, dude.
Oh,
Funny.
Chuck. Yeah, I'm gonna pin that.
Thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Well,
of you.
this whole let me pin this here and replace. There we go. The whole idea of the United States Drone Society is not about my channel or Chris's channel. It's about the community. So, you know, we want to get on here. We want to showcase people's work. So, you know, I take my time to make sure that I go through. I don't miss a photo. I try not to miss a poster. I make sure I comment on everything. You know, I really want people to get recognized in the community, and I want to showcase it on this show. And so does Chris. So that's the goal. Hey, Maddie, what's going on? Maddie's in the chat too.
Mr. New 107's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got his 107. I was actually having a chat to Adrian after his show yesterday.
Yeah.
And over here in Australia, we've got something called the excluded class license, where it's a very, very simple test.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's what I've got, Matt.
Yeah. So you get your excluded class license. And what that does then is you can actually use your drone for commercial purposes.
Nice.
You haven't got the same privileges as someone with a REOC and all that sort of stuff here, you know, when it comes to airports and all that sort of thing. But you can make money off your drone as long as you register it. Which is really good because it doesn't cost you bugger all. So we don't have to go the whole hog like you do in the States there, where you have to get your 107 if you want to make money off your drone. So that's a really good thing that Australia's actually introduced, which I found really good.
And
Yeah. Now, do you guys have?
I've also got it set up as a Apple Wallet as well. You can put it in your Apple Wallet if you've got an iPhone.
Mm.
And then every time you need to click it, you can go to your wallet and show the excluded license on there as well.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
Yeah, that's good.
you can do that with Android though too, right? You could
I
have a
don't
picture
know
of your
Android, but you
107
probably
or
can.
I'm just thinking those credentials would be great to have on your phone so you could like share them with somebody on a moment's
rather than
notice.
carrying it around.
Like our favorite, you know, law enforcement dudes and
Yeah.
dudesses
And the Karens.
and Karens. Yeah.
See, the thing is though, and like Paul's just come across this, you know, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you got, doesn't matter how many licenses you can show them. If they've got in their mind that you're doing something wrong,
Well,
it doesn't matter if you show them anything. You're doing something wrong.
Mhm.
You know?
And I'm curious too. Do you guys have the equivalent of a trust certificate in Australia?
believe that could be what we're talking about.
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
Recreational.
That's what your new thing is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been there for a little bit now. But yeah,
Nearly-
basically it's a
nearly
little
2
bit.
years.
Yeah, it's a little bit more involved than the trust certification, I guess. But that what does that do for you though? Having that trust certification.
Well, it's required. It's basically a general safety knowledge. They want to make you can't fail the tests. If you get the wrong answer, it tells you got the wrong answer, and then you got. So it's impossible to fail. I think the goal is just to make people aware of the fact that there are rules and regulations that you have to follow, and this sets the baseline standard that okay, you've read this information, you've had to have picked the correct answer, so you know most people. 99.9% of the drone community anyway is not out there flying to cause any havoc. I say it all the time. Drones are expensive. This is a very expensive hobby. Yeah. So who wants to go send their drone out and lose their $2,000 drone? No one wants to do that.
No one I know of. Well, I think it's a great idea. The whole trust thing is a great idea. I just wish, well, maybe I'm not up to date because I order all my drones offline, but wouldn't it be cool if they, like for whatever country you're in, you order your drone, it shows up, and that paperwork was in there saying, hey, you're United States, you take this trust exam, here's the website, yada, yada, yada. Or have like a link you can go to that you pick your country and it tells you what you need to do to register and stuff. Well, somebody did that in the drone community a while ago. Somebody had linkies to like all the different countries and the rules and stuff. I don't know who was.
Well, Chuck, when I bought the DJI Mini 2, it had all the CASA paperwork in there. It had, I don't know if Matt got the same sort of thing, but
it had what paperwork?
No, not paperwork. It had
read the instructions. Wait a second, really?
Hey, what do you think about this?
It had a brochure for CASA in there. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, CASA,
whatever.
I didn't know what CASA was, mate. What CASA?
So Ray
what they need to do is have a really pretty girl in a bikini, and then we'll look at that, and then have the link to go to find out what the rules are. Yeah. Since it's mostly a guy's hobby. No offense to the girls and like that guy in a Speedo.
That's
too,
what we need to
we'll
do.
Just throw that out.
We need to help promote more women so that it's not a sausage fest anymore.
Oh, I'm really By the way, this is Lee right here, right? This is Lee. Yeah. Lee. Our condolences to your family. For anybody who doesn't know, Lee lost his wife not too long ago. And a very sad moment for his family. So our condolences. If you want to post a chat to your wife's GoFundMe, go right ahead. Put it in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. Go ahead.
No, sorry about that, Lee.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we were talking about Lee's wife. I was thinking about how my wife just got into drones, and there's so many other females in the hobby now, and it's cool. Yeah.
I'm trying to get a few into them as well.
A few of what?
There's Tammy Jean. She's been flying FPV for a while.
Let me rephrase that. I'm trying to get a few of my lady friends to fly drone.
They can ask. You can ask like Tammy. You can ask Lori. You can ask Carolina. Drone shots. You can ask anybody, whoever. They'll tell you that once anybody flies a drone, they're kind of hooked. And this stinking Nevada thing.
Yeah,
that's what your wife was flying in the video.
That thing is the most fun you can have with your clothes on, pretty much. I mean,
Hi, Barkley, how you doing?
I have to fight for the controls now.
If Uncle Bill is still in the chat, Avata.
Boy,
it's Avata, right? I don't know. Tomato. Who cares?
Wait, is this the drinking game? Are we doing that here?
Yeah. We're trying to introduce the Avatar or Avata drinking game.
The Avatar. Isn't there an Avatar coming out?
Hey, Bob, how you doing? Yeah, so for people who don't realize, they have a drinking game. Once someone's Avata, you have to take a drink. So.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, but we have to promote responsible serving and drinking of alcohol.
Yes.
So we have to be responsible at the same time as doing shots.
Yeah, we're responsible for drinking that whole bottle. Who else is?
We have to be very responsible.
Don't fly your drones drinking on a 4th of July.
Yeah,
Hey, Charles, how you doing?
8 hours. The FAA states if you have a drink, you have to wait 8 hours to fly.
I heard in Canada, once they hoof a bit of chuff into them, it's 30 days after.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might as well just sell my
30
drones.
Yes,
Hey,
sell
they
my-
better be drone and dab then.
It's bad enough flying brew pubs, right? With my wife and I love to vlog brew pubs, so the drone footage has to be done legally first, and then if we do another brew pub in 8 hours, I'm screwed. So
Yeah.
it's like-
Yeah. It's crazy. Adrian, how are you, mate?
Yeah, they'll be around with the breathalyzer.
Bob
Actually-
Casey, how are you, Bob?
yeah.
Yeah, Bob.
Yes. Crazy times.
Yeah.
All
crazy
right, so
times.
I think we have a lot of people in the stream, so I think it's time for us to do the giveaway. So here we go. Let me put the proper banner up here. Hashtag Susan Lee.
Ooh,
Hashtag Susan Lee.
why not? I'll do that.
Now, this is a USA only giveaway for shipping purposes.
Okay, well, if I win it, I'll donate it.
You can donate it to someone in the USA if you win it and you're out
Yep.
of the country.
You can pay it
I'll
forward.
donate it.
Yeah. So I'm going to start collecting. We have 5 entries. 7. We have almost 40 people in the stream. Let's get that hashtag Susan Lee in there. Let's see who's going to win
Yeah.
today.
Isn't it play the old music like the Blues Brothers?
If anybody still doesn't know, the giveaway tonight is a custom United States Drone Society coffee mug.
Oh,
From
well,
us.
I'll fly to the States to get that if I win.
It's like
Yeah.
a 55-gallon drum mug.
Yeah.
Hey,
How much
in
would
the
it cost to ship it to Australia, Matt? What do you
I'm
figure?
not exactly
$70.
sure.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I've sent, I sent a lot of T-shirts over to the States, and they were like Australia for Australia. It was around about $25-$30.
Yeah.
Just for shipping?
It all depends
Wow.
on
Yeah.
the weight.
Wow,
Yeah,
because I
just
think
shipping.
I sent a shirt. I sent a Covaction shirt to Adventure with Bernie. I think it was. I think about doubled the price of the shirt. But
Yeah.
you know
would
what?
be.
He sent me one. He sent me a shirt back to the States. So it was a fair trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got
Yeah.
20 entries so far and 36 people in the chat.
Hit your mind out of the.
I'm gonna let this go for one more minute and then I'm gonna roll it. I wonder if Tammy Jean wins again tonight. That's gonna be rigged. Someone's gonna say rigged.
Yeah.
It's got a magnet under the.
You know what? Doesn't matter who wins. Someone always says rigged.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody wins, everybody else has to hashtag rig.
All right, and I talked to the person who
How many
manufactures
ounces is that thing?
It's
Sorry.
15-ounce mug.
It's
Jeez.
good size coffee mug.
That's like 2 coffees right there.
No,
Yeah.
that's half a coffee. What are you talking about?
15
15 ounces. I'm
Depends
just
on
trying
how much
to
you drink
calculate that
coffee.
in my head.
Charles rigged.
That'd be about 425 mil in our numbers.
Yeah.
Half a bottle of wine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're getting any more than
You're almost
22
fine.
entries. All right. Now's your last chance. I'm about to click draw. So if you want to get in there, hashtag Susan Lee. And I
That's a
don't have
good feature.
Can someone
that's a good-
imitate a drum roll for me? And here we go. Who wins?
Boom.
Hey!
Maddie
Rigged.
sent
Yeah.
Rigged.
Maddie.
Fix is on.
Rigged.
Maddie wins it all.
He's such a. He got one of my T-shirts too.
Man.
Good job, Maddie.
Boy's got the lucky stripes.
Someone
does.
was just saying earlier he wins all the time. Well, good for him. He's got one coming. So, Maddie, message me your address and I'll have it shipped to you.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Maddie's
Congratulations.
got a whole room set aside for stuff that he's won on YouTube.
You have to put a 107 sticker on the back side of it.
You know what? From now on, when people join the stream, they're going to be like, when they see Maddie, they're going to be like,
No, God!
I'm not gonna
No,
take that.
God, please, no! No! No!
Put 'em bump. Yeah.
All right, so I'm having a little fun with the little clips. I believe
What it's all about.
Uncle Bill told me about a website called Voicey where you can create your own soundboard.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to have too many things running on my computer because I'm trying to focus on the chat and the panel and everything. So what I did was I downloaded the clips right from Voicey, and then I uploaded them in the background music section of StreamYard. And then you can just play them from there.
I'll take note of that.
So you can create your own, soundboard right in StreamYard itself under background music. Just make sure that when you start it up, you uncheck loop, because every time you open it, loop is checked off, and you'll end up with the same thing over and over.
I'll take note of that.
Is that the paid version?
Yes, I got the paid version because I'm simultaneously casting to both YouTube and Facebook, because this is about the United States Drone Society, and there's like 1,500 members in there, and not all of them are on YouTube. So I want them to be able to be part of the stream if they want to.
Which I'll be upgrading as well to do the midweek drone show.
Which we actually have one viewer from the Drone Society watching, 37 on YouTube and one on the Drone Society. So it worked. While
I know the one Facebook user.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Can they? The comments do the comments sync up between the two platforms?
All right. So for those of you that don't know, if you want to be on the YouTube stream and make comments, you have to grant a permission to StreamYard. So you would click on it on Facebook, grant them their permission, and then your name will be seen in the chat in StreamYard. But if you don't do that, you just show up as Facebook user. You can't tell who's commented.
Important safety tip.
Oh, we got to give Jim G a wrench. Welcome to the chat, Jim.
Oh, is that Jim Gannett? Yes, it is. Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Hi, Jim.
As a matter of fact, Jim flew with me, and he provided a clip for the video I did in I forget the name of the beach. The one there right at the beginning of the clip. Easton Beach.
Yeah.
Easton Beach. He went flying with me that day, and I says, "Hey, send me a couple clips, and I'll throw one of your clips in the video." So it was the one where his drone was chasing my drone over the water. He was following my drone. So that was
a pretty good video. I like that one.
Yeah. I'm working on another video this week. I just wanted to pay attention to the stream first. So at some point this week, I'll have a video coming. And for those of you that don't know, the United States Drone Society gets a sneak peek of the video early. A little benefit of being in the group.
And you could still actually watch it in 4K. I wasn't aware of that.
Unlike
you told me about that you can actually set the quality in Facebook.
Oh, yeah. If you want to increase the quality on Facebook, click the settings icon, because a lot of times it sets it at like 480 or something?
Yeah, 480,
maybe
720.
Yeah,
the lower stuff.
Yeah, it was a fun day. Absolutely, I agree. It was nice, too, because we didn't encounter any Karens. I hate that.
I only want to jinx myself, but I have not had any problems with Karens, at least not flying the drone. Maybe sitting in first class of an aircraft had a photo bomber behind me, but
yeah.
So you were flying your drone on the plane?
No, I'm saying no. I was kidding.
Fly it on the plane.
No. I buckled it in a seatbelt next to me once in an open seat. So, fly safe was the thing I put on Facebook. I thought was funny. My little Mavic Air was buckled up. It was cute.
Yeah,
back in the day. No, I have not run into Karens yet. I'm gonna knock on wood. Because
my wife says, rub it in, Chuck.
No, my day will come. But most people approach me, ask me questions, they just want to know more about the drone and what I can do with it, and I'll let them look at the screen, or if I have the goggles, share the goggles and stuff. And
well, how often does it happen for you, Paul? I mean, you're getting Karens and all that.
Is either one of two things that happen when I fly. It's because I have the FPV, the DJI FPV. It's really loud, so it's because of that drone. Normally, when I'm flying the GPS drone, I don't have any problems. But every time I fly my FPV drone, I have one of two people. I have the person that comes up and is genuinely interested and wants to ask questions and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the other person who's annoyed by it, and they want to tell me I can't fly somewhere, or I got to, the person who's going to try to tell me things that they don't really know about, that they're not educated about. My approach is usually to just remain calm. When I had a guy who had approached me, he even was trying to tell me to delete the footage off my SD card. And I said to him, I explained to him, okay, listen, he wanted me to stop flying over the house. Okay. But I was, 200, 300, 400 feet in the air, and I was taking some, just aerial footage. I wasn't spying on his house or in his windows. And I tried to explain to him, but I said to him, I said, you know what? I already got the footage that I need. I won't fly over the house anymore.
Wait,
I already
did you say you were at 500 feet?
No, I
Above
said
ground level?
between 200 and 400 feet.
Okay, that's more better.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad ears.
Yeah, no, I keep it under 400.
Drone police.
Yeah. But he
You can
wanted
ban
me to delete
now,
the
it's fine, I'm
footage.
just kidding.
And I told him I
Yeah.
wasn't going to delete my footage, but I wouldn't fly over his house anymore. And when he got increasingly agitated, I says, okay, I don't really want to argue with you. So if you feel the need to, go ahead and call the police. I'll wait right here for them to come.
Yep.
And I continued to fly. He called the cops. And after I was done with my batteries, I was packing up. I'm like, I guess the cops aren't coming. And as I was packing up
They
my
showed
drone,
up.
they showed up. And the cop was very pleasant. I was with my son. And she actually got educated in a lot. She asked me questions. She was on the phone with a supervisor, and supervisor goes back and she says, my supervisor said that you're supposed to be above 400 feet. And I says, no, I can't go above 400 feet.
No.
So, but she took the time to get educated, and it was a very pleasant encounter, is what I'm saying.
And the person who complained was nowhere to be seen.
No, he was in his yard.
So did he hear every bit of that or not?
I don't care if he did, really. I tried to explain to him I wasn't doing anything illegal, and I wasn't trying to invade anyone's privacy. I was just taking aerial footage.
Yeah, but he needs to be involved. He needs to be involved when that officer is there, because they generally do, so they can put their complaint forward and realize that in the end their complaint is not worth a pinch of poo.
Yeah.
Because if he hasn't heard anything like that, he's still got in his head that he's right. And the cops are there taking care of this. It's excellent.
Well, and I'm pretty sure that she went there afterwards and spoke with them, because anytime they receive a complaint, they have to tell the person complaining what
Complainter or
happened.
whatever
So
their title
I'm
is.
sure that he learned,
Head
but we were
carrier.
already leaving. We were getting in the car and we left. I wasn't looking for any drama. All right, first, I don't want to hurt anyone, and I don't want to damage anyone's property with my drone. Just like I said, no one does that has a drone. It's too expensive for that to happen. I want, every time I put my drone up for a flight, I want it to come back. And I always have in my mind, I fly over the water all the time. So if my drone's going to fall, it's going to land in the water, but nobody's going to get hurt. And I'm just going to have to go for a swim.
Well, like Eddie Nunes' freaking FPV.
That broke my heart to watch.
That video was hard to watch.
Yeah,
That
was
at the end
awful.
the worst part was a.
Yeah.
Interesting about the FPV. I was flying mine at a playground, and Lori was there, being my visual observer. And this it was empty. Playgrounds are really fun with FPV drones. And this mom and her two kids show up. I'm like, and Lori told me. I was like, oh, I saw him. Like, oh, hang on 1 second. Let me bring this thing down. I want to break it down. I want to have it up while you guys are. I want to get it out of the way so you guys can have fun. We'll pack up. And if they were gonna be a Karen, they weren't. we defused it before it got lit.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Most people at least are willing to have a conversation, and then you can explain to them. When me and Chris went flying the other day, like I said, we talked to the harbor master and said we wanted to, take some aerial footage with the drones, and they were okay with it. It was a man and a woman. And then while we were flying, I moved my spot where I was sitting because I was going to fly my FPV. And because I was flying my FPV, I wanted to get a better signal around the area I was going to be at. So I moved that way, and there was a woman there with her two children. So when I showed up there, I said, excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to be flying my drone over here. It's kind of loud, and I didn't want to startle you with the kids. So I gave her a heads up beforehand that I was going to put the drone up.
Exactly.
And her kids were excited to see it. She was really excited. So, talking to people really helps. If you can ease their mind, like, hey, I'm going to fly over the water. I'm not going to fly over you. That helps. A lot of people just need to hear that.
Well, you're telling them your flight plan in a way, which is comforting to them, because now they know they're not going to be in harm's way.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to be reckless.
No, Lori was flying a Vada last weekend, and the mosquitoes came out. Just as we were about to give up, these three boys come pedaling up on their bikes like, wow, is that a drone? What kind of drone is that? They wanted to see the Avata up close. How much is it? Once they found out how much it was, they're like, first they wanted to fly it, then they're like, Well, maybe we don't want to fly that after all.
You know what I say when people ask me how much it was? I said it's only a cheap one, because if they're assholes, right? And I'll say, oh, it's $4,000 that drone. They'll go, okay, no worries.
You're going home without a drone.
Bring it in and nick off with it.
Lori was worried about that. They
Dude.
were amazed how the Avata just hovered, though. Because it's a GPS drone. Really,
Yeah.
It's a Cinewoop, but it was in sport mode, which still has its GPS on, just hovers. God, it's fun. It's really
They're good.
I know. So anyone else here, when you go to take off with your drone and you see a bunch of people around, you got a person walking up towards you, and then it's like, yep. What are we gonna deal with next?
I've had to ask people like you, Paul, where like they'll be around, they're walking a dog. I was like, hey, I was about to do some aerial shots around here. Is your dog gonna get freaked out or anything? Because I don't want to like upset your dog. I can wait a few minutes.
Yeah, that's good too, because animals, I know a lot of people don't think of that. That can be a problem.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you now,
Laws,
I had a massive problem when I had my Spark. Now, you haven't got the flight time in a Spark to really get away from anything. And I had this dog that was just chasing the sound, right? It was after me. I didn't have the range to get right away from it. I didn't have the battery power to do that, to come back, because you've only got like 10 minutes.
Right. 12
And
maybe.
But this dog followed it all the way around. It was after it, man. I'll come down. It was jumping up and jumping up. So I ended up trying to land it on top of my car. The dog jumped up on the side of my car, scratched the shit out of the side of my car with its bloody nails, right? And the owners are going, stop that. Come here. Stop that. Oh, stop that, mate. Me side of me car's wrecked. So that was with the Spark. If I had the Mavic up or something like that, I'll just see you later. I'm a couple of Ks away now.
Yeah.
Fly it over the main road.
That was the bummer with Spark. Spark was super fun to fly, but the damn thing had, like you said, 10 to 12 minutes of battery. And the range was Wi-Fi, so it was kind of super limited. Man, that thing was like a tank, though. I bounced it off a brick wall once, and it just...
Oh, it's a great drone. I still fly mine now.
They still sell it in the stores, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Well, the last time I
the
checked,
hell,
it could have been a
man?
while ago.
There you go. You're back.
It could have been,
I had my
could have been a
aperture
while. I don't know.
set wrong there, Chuck. The aperture.
Yeah, you like that. I got that depth. I know you've educated me on that, so thank you for that. No, really, I had it all.
So me and Paul have a little joke going, and it's I told him, I said, every time I fly with you, we don't get a Karen, but if I'm not there, it seems that's when the Karens come.
You are fake news.
You need a Paul mask. That's all. Get a Paul mask and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you never know what you're gonna get, and you just have
Paul
to
masks. Be selling them on your site soon.
listen. I for the most part, I want to stay polite, and yeah, just composed. I got a little upset with that cop in New York. I did, because he scared my son, my youngest son Benjamin. He scared him, and
That was awful.
I was trying to explain to him, that what the law was with the airspace, and he just wasn't going to hear it. And at one point I told him, I wish he would just shut up and let me talk, because he's supposed to be doing an investigation, which means he should be getting information. And if I'm trying to give him information, well, maybe he should hear it, because then he would understand. He could look it up for himself, but he wasn't trying to hear it.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. And as I said, it doesn't matter how many qualifications you got. Once they got in their head that they're right, they're the king of the castle.
It's a hard argument.
You got no hope. And then you have to go through all the bullshit that he's going through now. Who wants to go through that?
Not
Pain
I,
in the
said the
butt.
rabbit.
Was it Russ at 51 Drones? He had a couple of confrontations with police officers not far from. We used to fly that trestle bridge all the time. We'd always fly a trestle bridge, and he had a officer approached him, and he had the camera rolling, so he had it all, and he shared it.
Yeah,
he managed to talk his way out of it. But you're right, Matt. If the officer has it in their minds that they're right, you're basically screwed. I mean, you can try to talk calmly and sensibly with them, but there's a very good chance you won't win. If you're
the Karens with a uniform.
Yeah, they can be. And if you're lucky, if they just let you pack up your stuff and leave without any other, just a warning kind of thing.
yeah. All right, so we're getting close to the end of the stream, and I like to go out at the end of the stream showing the Sunday Spectacular and the best of the rest, because there's a lot of people who joined in late that didn't see at the beginning. So I'd like to showcase again the pictures that I chose for Sunday Spectacular and the best of the rest. So to those of you that shared your pictures this week, I want to say you're superstars. I love them. Great photos. Keep them coming. If you have not joined the Drone Society, find us on Facebook. Links in the description. Come join. Share your drone work. You know, share your photos, share your videos. We want to see it, and I'll showcase it on the show.
Great.
I gotta
Awesome.
start taking more pictures.
Love seeing everything on that, on the group. It's awesome.
Welcome back, Dominic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Man.
Yeah.
Just technical issue.
It's all good. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Chuck, thanks for coming on the chat. Matt,
thanks for having me.
Dominic,
Thanks, Matt.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Dominic.
Good on you.
Yeah. Want to say thank you to everybody in the chat that's joined and watched the show, and congratulations to Maddie for winning the giveaway. Make sure you send me your address and I'll ship it. I'll have it shipped to you.
Again.
Yeah. Well, he didn't win it last week. Last week it was Tammy, so someone different. That's good.
Well, he's got 5 Google accounts. He goes into the chats, mate. You see him. You watch him.
And, I wanted to say goodbye to DJI. Do you have anything you want to say before you leave?
Hello, I like money.
Someone get that guy out of here. Why did I invite him back?
No sales in the United States Drone Society.
Yeah.
You ain't seen anything yet. Wait till Pocket 3 comes out probably next month, and Mavic 3 Classic.
Yeah, I saw that. Is that supposed to be a cheaper version of the Mavic with a smaller, with just one camera instead of
one camera? The rumors are flying all over the place. We'll see.
They are.
I will tell you, no regret with buying Mavic 3 after they sorted out the BS with it after 6 months. It's actually a great drone now. But
so what does that top camera do anyway? Is it the one that takes photos?
It's no, it's video. It's native 7x zoom, and that's what I used in my recent Alaska video to get.
Is it
like
optical?
Really
you said it was optical,
it's optical,
not digital.
7x. Yeah.
That's
it's cool. It's a lot. It's a small sensor. It's like what 1 2/3 or something. There's limited use, but it's cool. The 4/3 sensor is where it's at. I know Matt's getting great results with his Mavic 2 Pro with his 1-inch Hasselblad, and I always did too. But
can I ask you a question though? If you're not flying in log, does that? If you're flying in normal, right, 8-bit, say, is that full sensor open?
I don't know because I always fly in D-Log, so I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, that's
I've never flown it in normal. I had sense, I had the freewell filters from day one. They showed up with the drone and everything, and I was ready to go. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob
try it,
Casey
though.
said it all
Try
right
it.
there.
Yeah, I know. It makes you look. They did that, and they upset a lot of people, especially with the Mini. They came out with the Wi-Fi Mini, and everyone went, "Oh yeah, this is fantastic, 2.7, all that sort of stuff." And like 8 months later, there's a Mini 2 with OcuSync, and everyone, what?
Mini 2 is. Lori took that drone over from me. That's a good little drone.
It is.
And the normal profile, like we were just talking about with Mavic 3, that I never use on Mini 2, it's very respectable. You can still grade it a touch if you need to.
It is. I did a low light one of the Mini 2, and I was obviously I've had the Mavic Pro and all that sort of thing. The Mini 2, or you'd expect it to, with the progression of cameras that they've put on them. The Mini 2 is so much better than the original Mavic Pro. The original Mavic Pro is quite mushy in the darks and all sorts of stuff. That Mini 2 blew me away with how much detail it kept. It's brilliant.
And the Mini 3 with its 1.7, damn.
Jose?
I've got to go really high on the NDs on that thing. I just got these things I have to try out, the variable NDs for the Mini 3 Pro. But I'm gonna play with those. But I'll bet you I might have to use the 6 stopper. I don't think 5 stops will be enough for a 1.7.
Yeah, man.
Does anybody else know if there's another show coming on tonight?
Isn't Uncle Bill coming on? Is he going live?
Uncle Bill's on in an hour.
Oh, sweet. Uncle Bill's on tonight. Oh, boy. Get your alcohol ready.
Get your booze ready.
Avada!
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go get one right now.
Cheers.
Everybody get to the bottle shop.
Yep, fill them up. Fill them up.
All right, everybody. Everyone have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you for joining us.
Paul.
I appreciate it, everybody.
See you, everyone.
See everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Cut me some slack. I'm working on an outro. Bye.
Oh, was I teasing you?